The average person is said to spend 15 minutes in the bathroom. Why not take advantage of that time and learn something new? Presenting the 15-minute podcast on weird facts, crazy details, and funny particulars that you'll be able to enjoy while you're taking a on your free time. Welcome to This Shit with Sam Butler. Welcome to another episode of This Shit podcast. Thank you guys for joining us once again. I have a very special guest with me today, a good friend of mine from here, from Ciudad Juarez. I had the privilege of being on his podcast, La Ñeroteca Nacional, which is a podcast that talks about music, regional music, and all the different things. But he's here with me today. A big welcome to my friend Julio Roen. Welcome, bro.
Hi.
He speaks a lot more English than he's acting like he does.
Yeah. But I'm a little bit nervous because it's been a while since I speak English with someone. Well, so please, I know. I want to apologize myself with
you don't have to worry
guys, about it. Because I don't have the best pronunciation. So please be genitals in the comments. I mean, gentlemen in the comments.
Yeah, be genitals in the comments, all right? See, there he's cracking jokes already. No, we appreciate you giving it a shot, bro. I know it's not your first language, and so it's great that we're doing this in two languages. And it's a pleasure for me to have you guys on my podcast in English. I get to be on your podcast in Spanish, so it's a great international thing we got going on here. So I appreciate you being here, man.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, and if there's something we cover and you don't know what I just said, we can repeat it. I can say it in Spanish. However, we're free. This is we're talking shit about things.
Oh shit! It's gonna be like a lesson. It's gonna
be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Okay,
we're gonna talk about something that I like. It's personal, near and dear to me, and I don't know if you like it, but I really like Hershey's chocolates.
Oh shit! Okay, I ate a lot of Hershey's when I was young. Mm-hmm. I maybe make Mr. Hershey's rich.
You made him rich, huh?
Yeah, but now that I'm a señor with a mustache.
Big old mustache.
Yep, yeah. I don't like it anymore. I have enough of Hershey's, but I like the cookies and cream bar. And someone told me that it's made with a lot of fat and sugar, and I was like,
it's delicious.
It's like us.
Yeah. Oh man, that bar, you got to be careful because it has a lot of fat, a lot of sugar, a lot of starches, a lot of carbohydrates, and you're going like, oh, that's so good.
Oh man,
I love it. Yeah. But, a little bit about Milton S. Hershey. That's the guy who started Hershey's chocolates.
Oh, okay. That's Mr. Hershey.
Milton S. Hershey.
Milton. Okay.
Uh-huh. Now, he was born on September 13th, 1857.
Okay.
Well, yeah, a long time ago.
It's been a while.
Over 100 years. We're almost to 200 years. What are we, 30 years away? Like 170 years. But he died October 13th, 1945 at age 88 in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Wait, he had his own town?
He did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're going to talk about a little bit.
Okay.
He's actually a pretty remarkable guy. I mean, there's a reason why this was a $1 billion empire, the Hershey empire. He actually he only went to school till like 4th grade.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he got out of school in 4th grade. That's all. The Hershey family moved around a lot. He was a Mennonite. It says here, as a kid, they always changed schools. After Hershey finished 4th grade, his parents decided it was time for the young man to learn a trade. And he began an apprenticeship as a printer, but hated it. And in 1872, he began working for a confectioner in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Now, confectioner was a guy that made candies.
Oh, okay. He had, he had a lot of experience with with the candies and sugar and all that.
Yeah, well, he started. It says that he loved caramel. That was the first thing, caramelos.
Yeah.
That's what he first loved, caramel. And he tried to start a caramel business, but it didn't work. It said he tried and failed.
Maybe it was a hard job.
Yeah. In 1876, Milton Hershey went to Philadelphia and used what he learned as a confectioner apprentice to start his first business, Crystal A Caramels. When his venture failed, Hershey found another apprenticeship in Denver. After regrouping out west, he started a second company in New York City, which also failed. Hershey then returned home and turned his third venture, Lancaster Caramel Company, into a global juggernaut with over 1,400 employees.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's really nice. Okay.
He became interested in chocolate after the 1893 World's Fair, right? That happened in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Right? So
this guy is like a chocolate superhero.
He was 17 years old when he opened his first company.
17.
And then in 1893, he went to the World Columbian Exposition in Chicago, and he saw the display of German chocolate production, and he bought the machinery. And the next year, he opened the Hershey Chocolate Company back in Lancaster.
Okay, this is the real Willy Wonka.
Yeah, the real Willy Wonka, yeah. The new venture was such a success that in 1900, right, a few years later, he sold his caramel company for $1 million to devote himself to chocolate. So in 1900, he made $1 million off of his caramel company.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
How much is this in these days?
Well, one of the things that I saw is that his company's worth like $10 billion or something.
Billions.
Yeah, billions. Well,
I learned that
that's 1,000 million in Spanish.
Yeah, wait. I learned that word from billions and billions and billions and billions.
Okay, so now he bought a town, and I'm looking for the name right here. I think it's Derry, Derry, Pennsylvania, and he renamed it Hershey, Pennsylvania. But he bought the town. He bought the town to help his. He bought the town because he wanted a town that was engineered for his employees.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry, Borre. It's like an this beer, Carta Blanca. He bought a lot of space and made a lot of houses for his employers, and then the Infonavit comes.
Yeah.
Because they like it what Carta Blanca was doing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I mean,
so they did low-income housing based on what Carta Blanca did for their employees. Well, see, back in the United States, it wasn't uncommon for you to work in a company, and then sometimes they wouldn't even pay you in money. They'd pay you with rings, brass rings, and then those rings you'd go to the store that the company owned, and you would trade for goods.
Okay, like Sonny the head.
Yeah. So they would give you you would go to the company. There's actually songs that talk about the company store where you would buy stuff from your own boss.
Is that was legal?
Yeah.
See, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the United States. I mean, there's a lot of things that are illegal now that were illegal then. You couldn't drink, right? But yeah, what they did is they, and I'm not saying that this particularly was the case with Hershey's, but what he did is he bought a town in Pennsylvania, and he said, I want a town where my employees can have affordable housing. I want them to have public transportation. I want them to have entertainment.
Okay.
He built a park. A big park for them to relax with a lake and rivers and stuff like that.
Okay.
which eventually now is it's like an amusement park. It started out with like one little roller coaster, and I think you can go to like the Hershey amusement park now. In Pennsylvania.
Please tell me that you can swim in chocolate.
You can swim in chocolate. I don't think you can do that. Yeah.
You know, like a chocolate river, a chocolate lake.
Yeah.
Come on, that would be nice.
Yeah. He wasn't afraid of his competition. He just worked on new products. They have a lab where they test new products. It's like super top secret.
That sounds like the best job in
the best job in the world.
In the world.
Yeah, test it. But you don't like chocolate.
No, because I'm a lactose intolerant.
No.
Lactose intolerant. So I only can eat chocolate in the bedroom. So
yeah.
that's kind of
that's a little too
no
much.
Lo recomiendo.
In 1907, the Hershey's Kisses came out.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have to wrap them by hand. It's like still the most popular candy to this day.
By hand, even now.
Yeah, the machines that machines that wrap the individual bell-shaped chocolates in foil with their signature plumes weren't developed until 1921, 14 years after they were introduced.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so we'll go back to the housing. As a successful business owner with lots of workers, Milton Hershey believed that in order for his company to thrive, his employees had to be happy. He designed and built a model town to be a community with brick houses and lawns. He also established what is now Hershey Park so that the families would have a place for recreation.
Ah, so sweet.
Yeah. One of the,
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Mr. Good Bar?
No.
It's a yellow bar that Hershey's comes out with and has peanuts in it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. That was like my dad's favorite chocolate bar at one time. I didn't really care for it. I think it was a little too much for me. But Milton Hershey had a hard time hearing, and one of his employees he asked what he thought the bar should be called, and the employee said, "Well, that was a pretty good bar," and he heard Mr. Good Bar, and then he liked the name and he kept it. So, and that's like one of the most popular Hershey bars right there.
Okay, I don't know if there's something like this in English, but el sordo no oye, pero bien compone.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what he did. He goes, "Oh, Mr. Good Bar, I like that.
I like
that's
that.
a good one."
Okay.
Yeah, Hershey's chocolate, and this is one of the things I didn't know, but the chocolate is part of the United States military history.
Okay, right? What?
Yeah.
Why?
In 1937, the chocolate maker met with representatives from the U.S. Army and began experimenting with ration bars.
Okay, yeah.
That could withstand combat conditions and would taste a little bit better than a boiled potato.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and the reason this is what I thought was like, what? The reason they wanted it to taste a little bit better than a boiled potato, not better than a boiled potato, just a little bit better, right? Is so that the troops wouldn't be tempted to prematurely eat them all. You know? So, lo vas a hacer que sepa.
Take a little bit, but just a little bit.
Como una papa, pero no de más, güey, porque se los comen todos. You know? That's exactly what happened. The field ration D bars weren't a hit with soldiers, but they met the government specifications. Between 1941 and 1945, Hershey produced over 1 billion bars.
Okay, but okay. That's a lot of bars.
It's a lot of food.
A lot of food. That's a lot of cacao trees.
Well, the other thing too is like now you see it all the time where you have energy bars. You go to the store, right? Remember those? They taste gross.
Yep.
That's what I think of when I think of this Hershey bar, right? Mm. So after the success of the Ration D bar, Hershey worked with the military again to create a heat-resistant Hershey tropical chocolate bar. The bars lasted up to an hour at 120-degree temperatures and were given to hungry soldiers entering warmer climates in 1971. The bars were given to astronauts aboard Apollo 15.
Okay, Tom Hanks eat it.
Tom Hanks is an actor,
Okay.
but the astronauts the actual astronauts ate it. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but there's a kiss hidden within the logo of the kisses.
Okay, no, I didn't.
No. So the company holds the world's record for the world's largest piece of chocolate. Let's see here. As a part of their 100th anniversary celebration for the treat in 2007, Hershey's made a giant kiss that weighed over 30,000 pounds.
Okay, that's a lot of chocolate.
It's
unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. It took a team of 152 people 9 days to construct the 12-foot tall structure and wrap it with over 16,000 feet of foil.
Damn. Okay, Hershey's, you have to slow down.
Yeah.
That's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food. For 100 years, they're like, we're going to make the biggest Hershey's kiss ever. Well, it was big. It has the world record for the largest 100 years. I guess it was 2007, so it'd be 113 years. I said 170 earlier, 113 years. So they're the biggest buyer of almonds. It keeps it has products like Almond Joy, Hershey's Nuggets, Hershey's Pieces, Hershey's with almonds, Hershey's Kisses.
Hershey's with almonds.
White chocolate with almonds. The company keeps California's almond planters plenty busy. So they're the largest buyer of almonds in the United States. North America. That's what it says here.
Yep.
And that's
okay. I'm thinking that I maybe have to give a second chance to the chocolate.
What about the peanut butter cups? Do you like those? Reese's peanut butter?
Actually, I don't like peanut butter.
You don't like peanut butter either?
No.
You're the wrong guy for this episode.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I know. But the Hershey's with almonds, I really love it, and the cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah.
The Hershey, the almond Hershey bar, the regular, that's my favorite. All the Hershey,
totally,
the milk chocolate.
And the dark chocolate with
the dark chocolate's good too, but my favorite's the chocolate with almonds.
I take the dark chocolate with Roen ale beer.
Very good.
Yeah, very good.
Nice pairing. Well, that's this episode of the Shit Podcast. We talked about Hershey's. Things to mention. He bought a town. He wanted good living. One thing I forgot to mention, during the Great Depression, he employed a lot of people. Do you know what the Great Depression is?
Yeah, but when the Great Depression came, he did a lot of chocolate because he was depressed.
He was depressed. One thing he did is eat a lot of chocolate because he was depressed. He's all, no, I'm going to provide everybody chocolate. We're going to stop being depressed.
Yay, we did it. Wait.
Well, what he did is he employed them to actually build the town.
Oh, shit.
So he kept people working. That was a cool thing about him. So a little bit about Hershey's chocolate. And next time you guys are at a bar, you're having a conversation, if you go pick one up, hey, I like Hershey's chocolate with almonds. It's my favorite.
Yeah, and if you are like me, you are lactose intolerant, you're maybe listening to this podcast, that shit, while you
Shit.
when you're taking a shit.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for
thank you for being here. I appreciate you making an effort. I mean, I know that it's not your first language, and encourage everybody to learn as many languages as you can. Don't be embarrassed. Have a good time. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
And thank you for coming on. How can people find you?
You can find me in everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Tinder, MySpace.
Grindr. You forgot Grindr?
Grindr. I'm kidding. I don't have MySpace. You can find me with as Julio Roen, and I have a fan page in Facebook. His name is El Cesar, comediante, and when I reach 1,000 likes, I will be doing a parody about Valentín el Sal del Gallito de Oro, parody about his autopsy.
All right.
Eating chocolate.
Eating chocolate. Sounds good. Yeah, and you can find me as Está Cagado Podcast on all of the platforms that are for podcasts. You can find me at Tu Amigo Sam on my social media, as well as YouTube. Please like, subscribe, put the little notification bell.
It's free.
Comment, hook it up. But with that being said, thank you for joining me on this episode of The Shit, and thank you for being here. You guys are great. Have a good night or morning. I don't know. I don't know when you're watching this.
Have a good
one.
good one. Yeah, whatever.
Eat some chocolate.